Okay, hello everybody, and welcome into the stream. Thank you for tuning back into the show. We got a really good show. Actually, it's not even going to be that great of a show. We only have like a couple topics, to be honest with you. It's been a process. This morning. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really feel like being on camera. I don't really feel like talking. I feel like I can't talk. But there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. There's a lot of movies and stuff that I want to talk about, so I'm kind of forcing myself to be here. But enough about that. How you guys doing? Today we're going to be talking about Thunderbolts. I'm actually going to be reading some of the reviews, and I get to watch a very special screening tonight of Thunderbolts a day early, so I can actually get my review out before the movie comes out, which is going to be kind of cool. First time that I've ever gotten to do that, so that's pretty fun. Also, we're gonna be talking about what are we gonna be talking about? The Smashing Machine. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's new movie. He's got The Smashing Machine coming out, directed by Uncut Gems. One of the Uncut Gems directors, Benny Safdie, and it's about a UFC legend, apparently, according to the trailers. The trailer came out, and we're gonna be talking about that too. Sinners box office. Still going crazy. We're going to be talking about that a little bit as well. And, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Black Cat is apparently rumored to be casted by a WWE superstar. We're going to get into that too. Anyway, how are we doing? If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe and like the channel and whatever. Do all that stuff. Turn on the post notifications. Do all that stuff. I'm going to be going crazy talking about movies, making videos, streams and stuff, because we're getting into one of those times where the movie theater is going to be packed. The movie theater is going to have movies coming out every single week, like new great movies coming out every single week. And let's just take a look at a little bit of what's to come before we start talking about our main topics. Now, let's go ahead and put this on the screen here. Bear with me, guys. I'm the only one here. I don't have a producer. It's just me. But I do know for a fact that one of the biggest movies that I am looking forward to coming up is none other than Lilo and Stitch. Now, Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite Disney movies. It is quite literally my favorite Disney movie, other than a Goofy movie. I'm not too sure which one I would put on top. However, Lilo and Stitch is getting a live action reboot, and remake. I would call it a remake. Yeah, it's getting a live action remake, and I am very excited for it. I think that it looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have a lot of faith in it because live action remakes can be kind of hit or miss sometimes. It can definitely be, very good. Like, let's say, what's a good live action remake that they've done? The Lion King. I'd say that The Lion King is probably one of the better live action Disney remakes. What else? Cinderella. I haven't seen it. I heard that it was very good. Would you call Alice in Wonderland a live action remake? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, actually. Nonetheless, sorry, I'm just stalling so that I can get this shit pulled up. Nonetheless, Lilo and Stitch is getting a live action remake. And I think I'm trying to get this fucking image up. I'm just going to stop talking until I actually put it up. Let's say boom. I think it looks really good, man. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. Let me. Whoa, buddy. I don't know why that. What do you call it? I don't know why that started playing. This stream is going so great right now. Yeah. So Lilo and Stitch. That's probably one of the better upcoming movies, in my opinion. It looks pretty damn good. We can finally transition because I got it up. I'm going to turn down the sound, too. It looks beautiful, man. And it was originally supposed to be a Disney Plus show, or Disney Plus movie, which I'm glad that they didn't do because that looks great. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but that looks great to me. He looks adorable. He looks realistic. You know what I mean? Like, and it's coming out Memorial Day weekend. It's gonna be a huge movie. So that's coming out. And we also have movies like Mission Impossible. We've got Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Superman. So anyway, I say all of that just to let you guys know that, man, there's a lot of movies coming out. There's a lot of new exciting things to talk about in the movie landscape, and we're going to be talking about all of it on this channel. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed and make sure to turn on post notifications so you guys never miss another video, never miss another upload, never miss another live stream. All right, man, let's get into this. Thunderbolts. The first screenings and the first critic reactions happened about, I want to say, a week ago. Earlier this week, definitely. And they're looking really good. This Thunderbolts movie was very interesting from the very start, just because of the fact that, it's a team of B-list kind of heroes and Disney Plus series characters. You had Wyatt Russell, who was playing John Walker. He was originally in Falcon and Winter Soldier, in like a supporting role, and that came out in 2021, I believe. Yeah, it came out in 2021. So that was 4 years ago, and you haven't really seen John Walker since then. So now that he's in a movie, in a wide released theatrical movie, might I add, it kind of begs the question, like, how many people are going to recognize him and actually want to go to this movie? Well, the movie was made. Florence Pugh is also like the star of this movie. You also have Red Guardian. You have Sebastian Stan as Bucky. So you have a bunch of familiar faces, but again, these are familiar faces in movies and shows that are like it's like the Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were at the time of the movie being released. Nobody knew that. Okay, now they are the most loved characters in all of the MCU. At least some of the most loved characters in all of the MCU. So with this movie, The Thunderbolts, they're kind of trying to aim at that kind of crowd. And it looks like we have some really good reviews. We're going to go ahead and go over to the browser. Are we? Am I lying? I'm not lying. Oh, maybe I am lying. Nah, I'm not lying. All right. Here we go. Thunderbolts. It's currently at an 89%, which is pretty much on par with the other MCU movies that we would recognize as really damn good. It's got an 89% with 126 reviews on there. And I just wanted to kind of go in and read some of these reviews, because 89% is kind of crazy compared to a lot of the other MCU projects that have been coming out. I mean, we had Captain America Brave New World that came out, and that was hovering around like a 50 to 60% last time I checked. Then we had like Eternals, and we had a bunch of stuff, okay, a bunch of movies. But this is one of the better reviewed Marvel movies that we've seen in a while. So let's go ahead and read some of these reviews, okay? We're gonna start off with one of the top critics, Richard Lawson, who actually gave it a negative review. So we're gonna start off negative a little bit. Alas, downbeat little side adventures are not going to get the Marvel engine back up to full speed, and so Thunderbolts must inevitably draw the rest of the universe toward it, which makes all of its discrete actions seem thin and insufficient. Well, what a review, Mr. Richard Lawson. We do have to give him his flowers, though, because we, at least on this channel, I don't know about any other channels, but we like to keep it unbiased, right? And hey, if Richard thinks that this is a thin and insufficient movie, then who's to say that he's wrong? So let's go ahead and move on to the next. Review. Philip D. Semelin. Semlian. I'm going to say Semlian. How do you avoid a sense of grating over familiarity after 35 movies? The answer to a point is Thunderbolts. So basically what he's saying, at least from what I'm getting out of it, is that this movie isn't like a lot of the other MCU movies. So that's a good sign right there. He gave it a 3 out of 5. That's still a positive review. And keep in mind, Rotten Tomatoes isn't the greatest indicator of if a movie is good or not. Because I can say that I liked a movie, 6 out of 10. And Rotten Tomatoes is going to count that as a positive review. But I can rate it a 6 out of 10 and put some stuff in my review like, hey, it's decent, but it could have been way better. And I just think that they, executed things really poorly. However, I still had a lot of fun with it and I still enjoyed the film. 6 out of 10. And Rotten Tomatoes is going to flag that as a positive review. So just keep in mind, a lot of this is definitely different. A lot of people's positives are definitely different, and that's the cool thing about the movie community is that we all have different opinions. We all think about things differently. Nobody really thinks the same. And yeah, so Philip does see this movie as a positive, but yeah, not that crazy of a positive. He's not giving it 5 stars. He's just giving it like a 3. All right, next up, Randy Myers. Thunderbolts doesn't rush the action, but it does deliver the staples that superhero fans crave while respecting the need to create a bolder story than what the superhero genre has been delivering of late. Now, that's kind of what we're going to be seeing so far. That's kind of what we're going to be looking at when it comes to, watching this movie and reviewing this movie, because these trailers seem as though they're giving off a serious, kind of darker vibe. Definitely different than a lot of the other MCU movies. You got people like Yelena, who has literally killed people. Bucky, who has mass murdered people. And they have terrible backstories. And then we have the newcomer, Bob. But he's really playing Sentry. Like, if you guys didn't see the trailers, he's really playing Sentry. And if you guys know Sentry, in the comics, he has a backstory that is just tragic. So all of these characters are tragic, right? They got tragic backstories. So that's going to, obviously, that's going to kind of make for a more dark movie. And it's going to be a little bit different than, what we've seen before. All right. Katie Smith Wong gave it a positive review. A funny, action-packed, and surprisingly poignant installment. She spelled installment wrong. Did she spell it wrong? I don't know. I don't want to. Never mind. That will appease. That's embarrassing if she didn't spell it wrong. That's embarrassing. That will appease fans with Marvel fatigue, with Pugh shining once again with a powerhouse performance. This is what I love to hear. Florence Pugh, that's a huge get for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the fact that they actually gave her something to do with like some weight, some emotional weight. Keep in mind too, this movie is directed by Jake Schreier, right? If you don't know who that is, Jake Schreier made one of the greatest Netflix series, in my opinion. He made one of the greatest Netflix series that has come out in recent memory, called Beef. And it is just layered with character development, layered with different character scenarios and stuff like that. And it's interwoven in, I believe, like 6 or 8 episodes, something like that. And this whole story, it just gets you locked in. So Jake Schreier, he directed this movie. And the fact that she is saying, Miss Katie Smith Wong is saying that Florence Pugh has some, like a powerhouse performance, it tells me that there's something here other than just what we've been getting from Florence Pugh in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Like those little, the cute kind of moments with what's her name? Kate Bishop in Hawkeye, like those moments, her in the entire Black Widow movie, like we had some character, but not a lot because it wasn't focused on Florence Pugh's character. It seems like here, we're focused on Florence Pugh's character. All right, we're gonna read one more here. All right, Devesh Sharma. Watch the film for its goofy fun, for its well-staged CGI fights, and its sassy one-liners. Marvel can never reach the emotional intensity of Infinity War Endgame, so they should just stop trying to enter that territory. And this is kind of what I mean. Like that, I read that as, I read that as kind of negative. right? I read that as kind of negative, but it's a positive review. He gave it a 3.5 out of 5. But to be honest, I kind of read that as a negative review. It's like, watch the film for its goofy fun. It's well-staged CGI fights. That's actually a pretty positive thing. And it's sassy one-liners. I would call that as a positive for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But then he goes on to say, Marvel can never reach the emotional intensity of Infinity War or Endgame, so they should stop trying. To me, that seems kind of negative. But I guess you never know, right? Like, you just never really know. I don't know, man. I'm curious to see what kind of emotional depth we're really getting into when I go in to watch it later tonight. I'm very curious to see what they do with, these 6 characters. 6? Yeah, something like that. 6. I'm very curious to see what they do with these 6 characters because, yeah, as of right now, the ones that had the most, I would say, character development is Sebastian Stan's Bucky and John Walker. Wyatt Russell's John Walker. Like, don't get me wrong, Florence Pugh and as Yelena in Black Widow had a good amount to do. I just don't think she was a big part of that movie. And I think John Walker had a lot of character development in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then, of course, the Winter Soldier had like 6 movies as an arc. And then on top of that had Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But let me know what you guys think about these reviews. What are people saying? Let me know how you think that these reviews are being interpreted, man. I mean, some of them are pretty positive. Others, they're kind of positive. Others are kind of negative. But it's holding an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Whether you want to admit it or not, that's a very good score for a Marvel movie right now. I think the last one that we had was Deadpool and Wolverine, but I think Deadpool and Wolverine even only had like a 78, something like that. So an 89% with 126 reviews, that's very, very good. That is very, very good. Let me know what you guys think about Thunderbolts, and if you guys are watching the replay, let me know what you guys thought about it. I know that you guys are going to be watching it, and let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. All right, people. We are going to move on here to our next topic. Oh, boy. It's a really nice day outside, to be honest with you. Now, I talked a little bit about it before. Last episode kind of talked about Dwayne Johnson and what I think his best work is. And, it came to my attention not too long ago that a movie called The Smashing Machine was going to be made with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson playing a UFC fighter. And then not long ago, we got our kind of first look at it, right? We got our first look at him in the corner. Well, the first trailer came out. And oh my god, guys, this looks really good. So The Smashing Machine, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Emily Blunt, came out, and he looks fucking crazy, man. He looks fucking crazy, and he sounds completely different. I really love this trailer. Okay, I think this is The Rock's stepping stone into serious movies, because this is a serious role. Now, I said this before. I said this in my past video. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I do believe that he has the talent to do something with this role, right? If you've seen Pain and Gain, if you've seen Snitch, if you've seen Fast 5, I mean, not the other Fast and Furious movies, but Fast 5 in particular, he's got range in those movies, right? Of course, Fast and Furious, he kind of gets that, he kind of plays on his tropes of being a bad guy, but that's where it started. It started in Fast 5. I will even say, and I will die on this hill, I will even say that the game plan is a very well acted role for Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I will say that. I will say that. So I love Dwayne The Rock Johnson as an actor. Is he in like the best projects? No. I mean, Central Intelligence wasn't the greatest, right? Rampage wasn't the greatest. The Jumanji movies, they're fun, but they're not like, it's not cinema, you know, as the kids would say. It's not cinema, right? But Dwayne The Rock Johnson here teams up with Benny Safdie, the director from Uncut Gems. And it shows, man. It shows really well. I wish I could show you guys a little bit of footage here, but I don't want to get flagged. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna show you guys some footage. Fuck it. Whatever. You guys just have to watch a little bit of it, because to me, I believe that this is definitely gonna be The Rock's gateway into making more serious movies. So let's make sure that the sound is off. So if you guys just take a look, just a little look, right? It's beautifully shot. You can already tell. And I don't want to show you too much because I don't want to get copyrighted, but you can just look at this man. He, first of all, got huge. I mean, he was already huge, but he got huge. Second of all, he changes his voice. He's got like vocal inflections in his voice that he changed to kind of go at a higher pitch, right? I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, he's acting. Dwayne Johnson is acting. Everybody who is saying that, you know, Dwayne Johnson is like, he can't act or whatever, he's going to shut him up with this movie, I think. Like I believe so. I'm watching the trailer right now. Sorry, guys. I believe that he is going to actually prove that he can act. Like, look at this man. Tell me that's not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Oh, you think that looks like Dwayne The Rock Johnson a little bit? Okay, let me show you one more. Let me show you one more. Let me do you one better. Tell me this is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. This looks like Kurt Angle and Dwayne The Rock Johnson had a fucking baby. Am I wrong? I'm gonna play a little bit. I want you guys to hear. I want you guys to hear this. I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear it, to be honest.
Let's fucking go.
Look at that.
My big strong man, I love you.
Guys.
I think he wants your autograph.
Guys, if this movie is the stepping stone to The Rock actually taking acting seriously, we're in for some trouble. We are in for some trouble, because this is one of those Oscar nomination performances, right? I won't say that he's going to win an Oscar for this, but I can definitely see that he gets some kind of recognition, whether that be SAG Awards, Oscars, fucking, what's the other one? SAG, whatever. Screen Actors Guild Award stuff. Any kind of nomination, any kind of performance given award, I feel like I can see Dwayne The Rock Johnson at least getting nominated for that. If you guys have seen the trailer, let me know what you guys think, man, because this is, I feel like we're seeing history. It took him so long to actually, you know, make a serious movie, and he finally did. So, I don't know, man. This makes me want to do the haka right now. Like the final boss. He's the final boss. He's fucking Maui. Like, this is what's his name? Joe Kingman. That's Joe Kingman from the game plan. I don't know, man. I don't know. I love The Rock. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that you can see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson actually getting a nomination for this? A lot of Oscar buzz is coming around this this trailer, and I gotta say, man, it looks good. It looks intriguing. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section about the Smashing Machine official trailer. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna take a sip of this real quick. All right, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We are going to take a quick break so that I can pee. But also, we're going to take a quick break to thank our sponsors for this week. I'm just kidding. We don't have any sponsors. But if anybody wants to sponsor this show, this is what it's going to look like when we sponsor you, when we read your ads. So yeah. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, and we'll continue talking about movies. We still got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got to talk about Sinners, and then we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day, the casting for Black Cat. It's not official. There is a rumor, though, and we're going to talk about it right here. Everybody, welcome back to the show. Thank you for letting me go pee. I actually didn't go pee. I was just sitting here in silence, trying to regain my thoughts. But I appreciate you guys for sticking around, man. And okay, let's get down to some business. Sinners, definitely one of the best movies of 2025. I still am gonna go see Thunderbolts tonight, so I don't know if I'm gonna think that Thunderbolts is better than Sinners, but that's a tough movie to beat, man. So Sinners definitely is one of my favorite movies of this year so far. A lot of people think that way too, because apparently Sinners has had a crazy second weekend at the box office. Let's go over to Variety. Excuse me, that's not the right. There you go. Variety. Sinners scores $45 million in massive second weekend. So towered over the box office again, scoring a mighty $45 million in its second weekend of release. Let me repeat that. I just want to repeat that real quick. Second week. Second. Ticket sales declined only 6% from its $48 million week. So it opened with $48 million. Just in the United States, opened $48 million. The next week, only dropped 6%, goes to $45 million. Do you know how fucking crazy that is? Do you know how impressive that is? Especially for a horror movie, a rated R horror movie. $45 million second weekend. Crazy. Let's go back here. So far, Sinners has grossed $122.5 million in North America and $161 million globally, and it only cost $90 million to make. This is impressive. This is impressive. And you have to give Ryan Coogler and Universal Studios their flowers for this because, you know, Ryan Coogler made an amazing movie, and Universal also gave him the green light to make a R-rated vampire movie on IMAX, rated R, original IP. Like, this is Ryan Coogler's original idea, and they gave him a ton of marketing money too. You have to give Universal their flowers for that. They have won big with this movie, and Ryan Coogler has also won incredibly big with this movie because, you know, it sets up stuff like franchise, right? You can start thinking about a sequel. This probably wasn't made with the intention of making a sequel, but after this, probably, yeah. And I know, you know, the post-credit scenes and stuff, they kind of set up like, oh, you can, you know, right? You can kind of go in more directions, right? In this world, in this Sinners world. It's not just vampires in this Sinners world. But yeah, so Ryan Coogler has really made a really cool world when it comes to Sinners. And Universal, they jumped the gun and they said, yeah, you know what? Let's give them $90 million. Let's give them a wide theatrical release on IMAX screens. Let's give him this. Let's make his movie. Let's make this original movie directed by and written by Ryan Coogler, based off an idea that he had, off a script that he made a while ago. Sure, rated R vampire movie, fine, whatever. Let's do it. It's paying off big time because the movie is a huge success already. It's probably going to cross $200 million anytime soon. Maybe even 300. I don't know if it'll get that far because we do have a lot of really big movies coming out. But shit, even third weekend. I think maybe even the third weekend can be huge for Sinners. Because Thunderbolts is going to be out. And who knows the rewatchability on that? A lot of people are saying that it's kind of a dark movie. It's kind of a serious, more serious toned movie. So who knows? Like, are people going to want to rewatch that? I mean, I know it's a Marvel movie, but like, are people going to want to go back to the movie? Like, we don't know, right? So anything can happen because, again, I'm saying we don't know because nobody would have predicted that this movie, Sinners, would have taken a 6% box office drop because that is extremely rare. In the world of movie making, business, and all that, taking a 6% drop is incredible. That's a great feat. 6%, that's a great feat. Especially when the 6% is from a $48 million opening weekend, excuse me. Especially for that. So, we're not going to talk too much about Sinners, man, because I talked about it last week. And I just wanted to kind of highlight the fact that this movie's making money. Original movies are making money. Original movies are still being made today. So if you are one of those people that say, oh, they're not making original movies, what is Sinners? You know, like, this is as original as it gets. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the success of Sinners. Are you guys happy for it? Do you guys want this movie to suck? Vampire pun. Get it? Because they suck blood. All right. Yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. All right, guys. And with that down, we're gonna wrap things up in a little bit because I do want to talk a little bit about something else that came across my radar. Look, I'm clearly a big WWE fan. Okay, I get it. Nerd, whatever. There's a woman in the WWE by the name of Liv Morgan. Look, I'm not going to go too deep into it, okay? Not going to go too deep into it. But Liv Morgan is probably one of the best female superstars in the WWE. She's great, okay? But there are some rumors going on, and it kind of cross-pollinates into the movie world, which is the reason why I'm talking about it here. But yeah, Liv Morgan is apparently being considered for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and a lot of people kind of think she's playing Black Cat or Gwen Stacy. What? Yeah, so let's go ahead and over here, comicbookmovie.com, okay, has WWE's Liv Morgan landed a major superhero role. We've been hearing reports that WWE superstar Liv Morgan has set her sights on becoming the next pro wrestler to break into Hollywood for a while now. And earlier this week, it was announced that the former WWE Women's Champion and current Tag Team Champion will be taking some time off to film her first major acting role. Sources believe that this is not a small role. While the project remains under wraps, Liv's part has been described as jaw-dropping. Not too surprisingly, given her previous Harley Quinn-esque persona in the ring. She used to kind of play like a Harley Quinn, kind of like a Harley Quinn-esque, persona. Exactly what they said. Fans immediately began to speculate that Morgan, her real name is Gianna Jenny Daddio. Whoa, really? Gianna Jenny Daddio. Wow. Might have landed a role in a superhero franchise. Reliable insider, Alex Perez. Now, Alex Perez, super big on like Twitter, right? He's a Twitter scooper. Super big on there as a source. So I mean, take every source from Twitter with a grain of salt, but I would, personally, I would believe things that he says. So he has heard that Liv Morgan may have been cast in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I heard a rumor. Still need to verify it. Uh-oh. And this is also quote tweeting WrestleOps, who I do follow for WWE purposes. Look at Liv Morgan, man. Oh, man. Oh, not the time. One source describes Liv Morgan's upcoming film project as the kind of opportunity that could cement Morgan as the next it girl in Hollywood if she and the project hit as internally projected. All right. Okay. So, this is interesting. This is very interesting to me. Because, look, it's not confirmed. Let's just play pretend, okay? Let's play pretend. Would she be a good Black Cat? 100% yes. If you guys know WWE, if you guys actually watch it, you would see her. But, look, she looks the part. She's physical. She is a very wonderful and gifted wrestler. Like, she can actually wrestle, okay? And she's so fine. So yeah, she could play Black Cat. I see that 100%. Do I see her playing Gwen Stacy? Not really. I don't know about that. Black Cat is more, I don't know, agile, it's more her style because she sorry, my dad's calling me. Because she is able to, do that stunt work and she's more physical. Yeah, I think that Black Cat would be kind of perfect for her. I know this is WWE and I know these are rumors and stuff like that, but I thought it would be kind of fun to bring it up. There's not really else much to say here. I really don't think that, I don't think that she's going to be playing Gwen Stacy. She probably might not even be in this movie. She probably might just be in like a kind of stepping stone movie. You know what I mean? Like, you know how John Cena had Trainwreck. You know, Dave Bautista had Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he ballooned into different projects. You know how Dwayne The Rock Johnson did The Game Plan. I love The Game Plan. And then maybe Liv Morgan might do a smaller movie like that with a big role in it. So we don't know. This is just, it's fun. It's fun to speculate. Dude, but yeah, Liv Morgan, very happy for her. Very happy for her. Proud of you, babe. Proud of you, babe. All right, guys. Look, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm really sorry that it's not, it's not all wired in completely yet. We'll get to it. I'm doing stuff behind the scenes to, make this show really good. I want to be the show that you guys watch when you want to talk about movies and movie news and stuff like that, man. So we're getting to it. I'm tired from a baby. I'm tired from school. I'm tired from work. I'm tired, guys. Look at this. Like, I'm tired. Oh, wait. Where's the thing? I'm tired, man. I'm tired. So, look, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you did enjoy the video, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that stuff so that we can talk more about movies together in a future episode. Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for this show. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a live stream specifically for my Thunderbolts review, what I thought about it, and yeah, man, we're going to get straight into that. So I'm very excited. Going to go see it tonight, and I hope you guys have a great, wonderful, 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 wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.